So if you're a carnivore, you need meat every day to be healthy. And, Susie, aren't you... have you been doing that?
No, I only live with my grandmother. She's on fixed income, so we got those government stamps. We can only afford what she'll eat. It's always rice and oatmeal and noodles. And she'd always yell at me if I was being demanding and ungrateful when I said I was still hungry, so...
Oh my gosh, Susie! No wonder you started eating hamsters and chalk. You're supposed to be eating meat regularly.
I'm supposed to?
I can't believe you've gone this long practically starving. You're lucky all you got was weird compulsions instead of getting sick. We gotta fix this. Definitely long term. Maybe there's food programs specifically for carnivores. I can look it up, or I can ask the town hall about lending money. I don't know. Something in the short term, too. We could get a bus to the city and go to the steakhouse, or maybe a Korean barbecue place. Which one gives you the most meat for your money? Gosh, I'd have to look that up, too. Maybe one of those buffet places. I mean, those are all you can eat, but probably not very good. I wonder if the one Des and I went to is even still open. Oh no! I'm so sorry! Did I say something wrong?
I thought it was me. That if I really wanted to stop being so gross and horrible and selfish, I could, but I didn't. So I thought was a bad person.
Susie, you're not bad for having certain needs. We're all little to blame for not making sure they were met. I just want...
Thank you.
Yeah?
Sorry, I feel relieved, like, all the stuff suddenly makes sense, so thank you.
You're welcome. Or, I'm glad I helped you feel better. Do you, still want to get that barbecue? I'll pay for it.
You mean, like a date?
Well, only if you want it to be.
I don't think I can deal with that yet.
Right. We'll bring Chris and Azzy along, too. It can be a friends thing. It'll be fun.
Yeah, barbecue, pie. Try to figure out how to fix a possessed soul.
Yeah. Susie, do you think we're gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
A fountain of darkness. A source of creation. Dreams tied to waking.
You've been following us across all these different lands. But you've never really shown yourself. Not until Chris isn't present. Why?
My presence upsets them. It is better to not distract them from their important work.
Then answer me plainly. Are you responsible for Chris's troubles? For whatever's controlling and upsetting them?
Their existence makes such troubles inevitable, and I am responsible for their existence. Is that answer plain enough?
It's enough for me to know one thing. That you've hurt Chris and are trying to hurt our world and you can't be allowed to continue that! I'll put a stop to that!
Oh, is that what you'll do?
That's what we'll do! I don't want there to be any violence, so you'd best give up now. You're outnumbered.
Wonderful, wonderful! 6 of you here, able to travel here instantaneously from your distant lands.
You won't think that is so wonderful if we have any say about it.
Pointless gestures. Even if you attack me, defeat me, you are here. I already have what I want.
What are you really after? What are you doing to the Dark World?
The Dark World is the same to me as it is to your own friends. A means of escape.
You're a Lightner! A human Lightner! That definitely doesn't line up with any prophecies I know. I don't understand! You're escaping the Dark World? What does that have to do with us? And if you needed help, why didn't you ask for it? Who cares? We're all here, and we know he's hurt Chris. Let's just take him down now! I don't like not knowing what all this is. I want all the info we can get first.
Please, young princess, please indulge me in my lengthy exposition. I've been holding on to it for so many years. A scientist is, traditionally, desperate to share his results. I am so eager to share mine.
Well, now I'm just going to be annoyed by it.
Some of you, I suspect, know tales of terrible strife between humans and monsters. I know these tales because I was there. Irreconcilable differences, fear, violence, culminating in the imprisonment of myself and all of the other humans in the tunnels and barracks deep beneath the town. We expected eventual cooling of tensions, to be released. It did not happen. We expected rescue. None came. Such an underground was built to keep a community alive for many decades in the event of catastrophic global conflicts. But still, a crushing prison in the dark, with dwindling rations. The slowest of death sentences. I was the only one equipped to engineer an escape. My cellmates may have loathed me, shunned me for a variety of reasons. Not the least being my inventions. The very things keeping us from escaping conventionally. But I worked nonetheless. Spite is fuel enough. My first success. A core engine to provide energy. Keep us all alive. Dreadful noise, but worthwhile nonetheless. Still, limitless energy was not enough. On the wrong side of an unbreakable lock. I grew older. I grew desperate. I cycled through every terrible feeling a person can have when alone in a box. But out of these most intense feelings of desperation, there came someplace new. A place science and reason could not explain. One of imagination and possibility, of games brought to life. At first I thought it merely hallucinations, brought on by our imprisonment. But I left, and returned, and learned. The creatures here listened to me. Game pieces, happy for me, to direct them to their goals, like a guiding hand. This warranted further experimentation. In this place of the imagination, I found places where the veil between its darkness and our light was thin. A connection that could be harnessed, stoked, pulled from the earth itself. There are places where, like a piece is directed to jump across the board, or a card is pulled from a deck, a person can move across great space and time. Perhaps even move through a locked door. I had a potential escape. What I needed then was a game piece. So I made one. Some science of the light, some magic of the dark. In certain spaces, there is little difference. It took many years, many tries. But I had a vessel. No soul, no direction, except what the game player may give them. Of course, now was the most difficult part. I tried to direct them, but found I could not. I needed a being greater than our whole world. The same way you darkness see the lightners as gods, directing you. Surely, if this distinction existed, it could exist one level greater. The core engine I built again became indispensable. I reached out to places, times, existences I did not know or understand. And you know what I found? That I was already there. A name already called. Perhaps what these beings knew was something else. A different person, in the same circumstance. Or the same person, in a different circumstance. Synchronicity, perhaps. The reasons were irrelevant. Once I discovered how to contact those asking for me, all that was needed was a hook and bait.